Hey, welcome back. I'm Karen Johnson, and today we begin the east direction of the medicine wheel and awakening your 3 east Cuyas. It's your medicine stones. And so they can be any color. There's no particular color for the east. So we're going to use those 3 stones, and we're also going to use the medicine stone, the lineage stone that you received in the north direction. And so the archetype of the east direction is condor eagle. So the east is a place of great vision because condor eagle flies wingtip to wingtip with great spirit and shows us the way over mountains and obstacles that we only dared to dream of going over, and allows us to always see the big picture but see the smallest mouse in the forest. So this is a place where we begin to dream big dreams. Not personal dreams, but transpersonal dreams. Dreams for the community, dreams for the world, dreams for the future. And so you might ask yourself, well, how do we do this? So I'm going to tell you. We're going to begin with this process called Indigenous Alchemy. And what does this mean? I looked it up too because I said, well, I like the words. It sounds great, but what is it? What does it mean? So the word indigenous is native. Something that is native to us, something that is inherent, like feelings. And alchemy is another word for transformation. So if you put them together, it's our innate desire for transformation. We don't want to be stuck. We don't want to be on a hamster wheel. We don't want to be bored and lifeless. We're not wired for that. We're wired for so much more. And so by this process of Indigenous Alchemy, we're going to not just go step by step. We're done with that now. We're going to go taking quantum leaps. We're going to take a quantum leap and resolving things that are holding us back. So we're going to release limiting beliefs, and that is so important. And we're going to find them by looking in 4 different areas. So in the north direction, the medicine wheel, remember you worked with your roles. And you stomped out roles to make yourself lighter. So in the east direction of the medicine wheel, we're going to also work with 4 other things. We're going to work with things that you identify with, things that you kind of don't have, you're kind of grasping, things you want, that you're really working through and working on, and then things that you differentiate from, things you're pushing away. Maybe for me, I didn't want to be a lawyer or a judge anymore. I wanted to be a shaman. So I was pushing away that at that time. And the next category is things that you're integrating. So at some point, I went back when I did this process another time and I realized I'm integrating lawyer and author and teacher all together into a beautiful whole. So I no longer need to push that away. That's something I can now integrate. It's part of me. It's something that lives within me. And then the next category are things that you are transcending. And there's probably not very many of those. I mean, most things are hard to transcend. For me, the role of daughter. I've transcended the role of daughter because my parents passed away quite a long time ago. And frankly, I worked through a lot of issues in the South and the West, stories and karma and family issues and drama and trauma, as we all have. And so that one I was able to transcend. And there'll be more than one thing in each category, but there'll be a number of things that you identify with, a number of things that you're differentiating from. I always say, gosh, we've lived many lifetimes within one lifetime. So all those things that you used to be, that you used to do, you're pushing away. I don't want to be part of that anymore. Maybe being a party girl or party boy or whatever it is, things that you're differentiating from. And then things that you're integrating that are really part of you, these aspects of you that you say, okay, I'm embracing these parts of me and putting them together in a beautiful whole. And then all the things that you're transcending. And writing those down too. So create your list, and then you're going to make 4 energetic circles. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So here's what you're going to do. Once you finish making your list of things you identify with, differentiate from, integrate, and transcend, you're going to find an object to blow them into. It could be a twig, it could be a leaf, it could be a piece of paper. Whatever you find that you want to use to blow them into. And then you're going to put them in piles so you don't confuse them. right? You want to make sure you have a pile of identify and a pile for differentiate, integrate, and transcend. So you want to have 4 different piles. And then you're going to create 4 sand paintings or 4 energetic circles like the ones that I have right here. And you can also see my 4 piles of paper. So I chose to use 4 papers to blow my issues into. So once you have your energetic circles created, and you see how the 4 circles all touch each other, and yet there's this space in the middle, and that's really important because next week you're going to create a huaca, which is an energy. Bring the energy of the universe down so that you can do this process of indigenous alchemy. But we'll talk more about that next week. Don't worry about that now. For right now, all you need to do is create your energetic circles, blow your issues in, and then you're going to do as we always do, open sacred space to the winds of the south, the west, the north, the east, Inti, and Pachamama. And then you're going to open your Huaca, right? Your deep dive into the infinity. And you're going to then pick up the stone that you have agreed is going to be agreed with the stone. It's going to represent the south direction. And you're going to blow in the energy of identification. Not the things you've identified with, but the energy of identification, that sort of grasping, wanting kind of energy. So you're going to blow that in, and then place it in the south direction. So your energetic circles should mirror the actual directions of where you live. So for me, this is the south direction, and I'm going to put my south stone in the south direction. And this is the west direction. So I'm going to pick up my west Cuya, my west stone. It's not a Cuya yet, but it's becoming a Cuya, and I'm going to blow the energy of differentiation. The thing of energy of pushing away, not wanting sort of energy. Blow that in, place it in the west sand painting or energetic circle. And then I'm going to pick up my lineage stone. In the lineage stone, I'm going to blow in the energy of integration. That energy of, it's mine, it lives within me, it's okay, I can deal with this, I've integrated this. Blow it in, place it in the north direction. And then you're going to pick up your very last one. Mine happens to look a little bit like an eagle. I think it's going to go in the east. And the east direction is that of transcendence, of rising above, just no energy anymore, just pure light. So I'm going to blow the energy of transcendence into this stone and place it in the east direction. And then I'm going to take these piles, so I have my pile that belongs in the south, of all these things that I've blown in to these pieces of paper that represent things that I identify with. In the next pile I'm going to pick up are the things I've blown in to these pieces of paper that I'm differentiating from. In the next pile I pick up is going to be those things that I am integrating, that go in the north direction. So these are all things that I've blown in previously that I'm integrating. I'm going to put them in my north, in the north direction. And then finally I'm going to pick up the pile that has to do with things I'm transcending, things I've blown in, these issues that I've already blown in, and I'm going to place them here in the east direction, in the east sand painting. And so you can allow this, create these somewhere where you can allow them to be for a week and visit them, because we are shamans after all, right? So we're allowing the forces of nature to work on these things, and you can visit them. You can close your Huaca when you leave, and then you can open it again every time you visit your sand paintings, mandalas, energy circles, whatever you want to call them. And you can move things around. So if you decide, gosh, this thing that I identify with, I think I really don't identify with it anymore. I think I'm differentiating. So maybe some things you want to move things around. So it's really good if you, when you blow things in, that's why I like to have a piece of paper, because then I can write down what is the thing that I blew in there. It's a lot easier than trying to map it with twigs, but it's totally up to you. So that you can move things around if you need to. Maybe there's things that you think you transcended and you think, oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe not quite yet. Maybe I'm still identifying with it, right? So use this week to allow yourself to receive wisdom from nature. Wisdom that you can use to move things around, change things, work on things, whatever you want to do with this. And just let it be. Let it be until next week, because you're going to be creating something on this circle. You're going to be doing a whole another process. So just let it be in nature. Enjoy it. Enjoy this process. Take your time. There's no rush. We're breaking this down. We're going to have a couple weeks to work with the East direction. So yeah, so have a good time. I'm looking forward to speaking with you on Mondays. Monday classes have been really great for people to ask questions, especially as things get a little more complicated with the North direction and the East direction, maybe a little guidance. If you have any questions, you can also email me through my website, KarenJohnson.net, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. So wonderful that you're here. I'm so pleased that you're working with your Mesas and really getting in touch with them in a much deeper way. And I look forward to talking with you in class. And also, I hope you enjoy this video and the PDF that's going to be attached that's going to help you to go through all these steps that I've been talking about. All right, have a great week. Much love. See you soon.